What's up, family? It's your boy Ken Finesse Media coming to you straight live from the Lion's Den. And as always, we got another episode of Finesse Media Podcast coming to you tomorrow. And don't miss, we always shout out our HBCUs. So don't forget to support, subscribe, and always follow Finesse Media. We got it coming up, baby. We'll see you.
So I just want the people to know that I'm not in her lingerie on social media because I think I'm all that. I'm on there because it's part of my contract, and I was like, I got to do this twice a month. But Rihanna don't whore nobody out. She pays very well, and I want to just thank her for that, and thank all the people who have ordered any Savage X Vintage lingerie because of her, and I appreciate that.
You're also multitasking. You talked about it, so let's jump into it. On These Hoes Podcast, y'all ass is crazy. All you motherfuckers are crazy. Every single last one of y'all are crazy. Shout out to the entire ensemble. So talk about On These Hoes Podcast. Talk about your hosts, who they are, let our listeners know, and what the podcast is about.
Okay, On These Hoes is basically a women's poo-poo. You know what I'm saying? No, not for it. It's for everybody. Ambition has never interrupted my time. Ever.
That's a good one.
That's a real good one. My ambition has never interrupted my time. And so as I ask, in my final question, Khalil, each and every guest on Finesse Media Podcast, we bring you on because you're someone that's finessing the game. But I like to know, man, who's for you? I know you mentioned your mom, and we can double down on it if it's the same answer. But who's the person that's finessing the game for you?
That really showed me how to finesse the game was Gregory Hines. God rest his soul.
Is it Gregory Hines?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Look, it's okay, girl. We about to get into bed right after this. We gonna get into bed. But look, the best things, that's the first single from the new project. We haven't had new music out since 2016, so of course for us is a very exciting time. You know, regardless of the time period in which we are in right now, we still feel that the world could use healing, could use good music, and could use, you know, truth and honesty, which is what the place that we always try to come from whenever we step up the bat with making some music. We're excited about it. It's produced by our longtime friend Vidal Davis, who's a music producer who has produced numerous hits across the board for many, many other artists as well as ourselves, including our hit song, The Stars. He also produced that as well with Andre Harris. So it's a song really about the simpler things, about not just now, but always, and just being mindful of that the best things, in a sense, in life are the ones that we often take for granted. The things that are right, you know, under our noses and right, you know, beneath our thumbs that we just take for granted, like I said. And so that it's a song about the reminder of those things. And it's called The Best Things, and we hope that you really enjoy it.
We can rock it out, man. Chris Johnson.
Family, it's your boy Ken Finesse Media, and I'm broadcasting live from the Lion's Den. And make sure you check us out tomorrow. We got a new episode premiering, and make sure you check us out on all of our social media platforms, making sure that you're subscribing and following. We're on Apple iTunes, Stitcher, and if you got Google, I know some of y'all do, check us out on Google Play Music. But tomorrow is a good episode. We got a good guest coming on tomorrow, and we always shout out our HBCUs, man. So see you.
Shows you that no matter when and no matter how, God can bless you in his own time. And
Amen.
Here's somebody who is just happy being a great worker, taking care of her daughters as a single mom, and just communicating to the engaged audience that she had. But God honored her with a larger platform, and she is making that thing work for her and capitalizing off every moment. So April Ryan will be somebody I think is really finessing the game.
So let's get it rolling. Welcome back. Another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 4. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media. And each and every week, as I mentioned to you, I bring you something brand new. And this week, I'm bringing you someone brand new. We're almost done. It's June, baby, and it is popping. And I can't not be more excited to have another Finesse on for the first time, joining me on the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 4. This man was voted number 3 dad podcaster in the world by Podcast Magazine. He's a motivational speaker, a transformational speaker, and the reason how we connected, and the reason I have him on this show, because we want to talk about his podcast streaming over in 60 countries. Welcome to the podcast for the first time, my brother, my Chi-Town brother, Mr. Patrick Johnson of the Club Man Fitness Podcast. What's going on, bro?
Oh man, what's going on? You made me sound so good, man.
Dude.
I don't know what to say.
Make you sound good, but I got a legend from Chicago, a comedian in the game. Damon Williams joined the podcast again. Like I said, he's been here before. Welcome back, my brother, Damon Williams.
Yeah, it's always like coming back home, man. You know, let's get it in. I'm glad to see you evolve to, faces on the screen.
Yeah. We got audio and video.
Yeah, I see you backdropping that thing. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
The greatest advice that I have been given was by my mom, and I'll go back to it. There's no one greater than you except God. And as long as you keep that in your mind, you can make it through anything. You can obtain anything you want. Now, here's the problem. When you start thinking that someone's greater than you, I mean, where can you go? But you think somebody's greater than me. Absolutely not. I don't care how much education they may have. And I honor that because it took discipline to get where you are. I don't care how much money. Again, it took discipline to be where you are. However, that's for them. And I'm proud of them. I honor them. But at the same token, we all have the same basic needs.
Absolutely.
We have to eat. We have to wash our bodies. We have to go to the bathroom. And when we die, we die. Life stops. So you're not going to do any more than I can do. So I tell people, do what you need to do for you. Just keep God first.
Keep God first
in your life.
Thank you.
You'll be all right.
Hey Trina, it's Sherry Shepherd, and I want to tell you I apologize because when you said KB sent me a text saying you were coming and I didn't know who you were talking about. I don't know Ken as KB. I know him as Ken from Finesse Media. So I was a little confused, and Damon playing too much was trying to get everybody off the stage. So when you showed me his picture, I still knew him as from Finesse Media, but not KB. So I apologize because I know that's your baby. And, I would have propped him up because I love him so much. And I tell you, next time we meet again, when you say KB, I'm going to get it right. Trina, thank you so much for coming to the show. I appreciate you, and I'm sending you so much love. Mwah.
Oh yeah, we count down. We got 7 seconds to go. Let me tell you, it's been 7 seasons, and thank you so much for riding. Let's get ready for the final episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 7. We are back. Welcome to the final episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 7, y'all. I told you this was an episode you were going to be waiting for. I suspensed it all and gave some breadcrumbs. But now it's the final episode with my final guest. And I will say already the best guest that have graced the podcast for all the 7 seasons. My mom is on the podcast, y'all. We're about to get into a nice conversation. Talk about some things that maybe she's familiar with and maybe bring up some stuff that she forgot about. So let's get right into it, y'all. On this episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 7, I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media. And this week, I'm bringing my guest, my mom, on to bring y'all good conversation and good talk, doing it big just like that. So without further ado, welcome to the podcast, my mom, the dynamic, super dope, and everybody know and love auntie, favorite sister, favorite cousin. Welcome to the podcast, my mom. Can I say Katrina House-Boone? What's up, mom?
Hi,
Hi, Ken.
Look,
Hi there. Glad to be on.
No, we've been trying to get this done for months,
I
probably
know.
seasons. But I think it was very important to say if season 7 was going to bring back people and even add in people, then why not end that with the best person I know, the super grace person that you are, the person with style and grace, the person that has strengths. But I got one question that's going to come out the gate to ask you. Where do you think your finesse comes from, Mom? And finesse, just by definition, as you should know already, is a person that's thriving and not just in their career field, but just thriving in life and just having a skill to be able to maneuver throughout the journey that we call life. So, where do you think that your finesse comes from, Mom? And also, who taught you how to do that?
I want to say my mom,
Yeah,
Marie House. I, I think she's the one that got me here where I'm at right now.
yeah. She's super dope too, because I mean she ain't far away from you as you sit at Auntie Renee house. She ain't far away from you sitting there still finessing the game at 89 years old, my people.
Yes,
I mean, so it's certainly a blessing to have our grandmother. Shout out to my cousins out there who we know and love and hold up to a high regard. But you're right, to have your mom still alive, but to see her still in her style and grace too, because grandmother still be sharp when she steps out. But you're feeling that that's where that strength and style and grace comes from, huh?
yes.
What's one of those lessons I think that you can recall that grandma has always kind of instilled in you at an early age that you still carry with you now as an adult? What's that one lesson that you can recall?
I would say believe in yourself, believe in God. Um, um, something maybe and treat people with kindness,
Yeah,
even though they might treat you bad, but treat people with kindness
yeah. No,
and
that's
have a big old heart for people, all different lifestyles of people.
yeah. That's the motto. That's the walk of life. Treat people how you want to be treated. People.
Yeah,
It's kind of the formula. It's the secret sauce. I say that you even taught me. Say, hey, treat people how you want to be treated, and no matter if somebody talk about you, because why they talked about Jesus Christ. So
absolutely.
that focus and that mindset and that lesson that has always been instilled in me. But speaking, I guess, the L's and the lessons, what's the legacy? So when you think about, Mom, about your legacy, what does that mean to you? And what do you want your grandchildren and great grandchildren to know about you as a woman and not just as a mama or a grandma? So what's that legacy you want to leave?
Work hard, strive for what you want in life, and go for it and go get it. Because
Look,
whatever you can do whatever you want to do in life.
yeah, strive for it, work hard. And I think, as we talked about a moment ago about grandma and her style and her grace and her strength, we'll be remiss to not mention our late grandfather, your dad, who was a hard worker. I think
Yes,
that's where maybe, if I may say, that skill comes in at for all of us, but particularly you as a hard worker and a person who I've never not seen work. So it's like granddad spirit and energy still flows through all of us. Would you say?
yes, yes. He was a hard working man. May he rest in peace. We
Yeah,
miss him, and he he was a hard working and it was a good provider for us.
yeah, he was super
And we
dope.
really appreciate that. And and he taught us to work hard for what we want.
Yeah, he about be cursing while he's saying all that.
Yes.
He might be
Yeah.
cursing up a storm, but he is getting that message across about hard work. And I think showing what family is and staying there, staying
Yeah.
together, and not just as a marriage. They were married over 50 years, but staying together as siblings because I'm the only child, as people know, but I gotta ask, how was it growing up with eight, nine siblings? Really growing up in a household with that many siblings. While granted, I think is promoting that togetherness, the brotherhood and sisterhood. But what was that like? Because I'm trying to figure it out with your grandkids. It's four, but it can sometimes feel like 400. So what was that like growing up with eight other siblings in the house?
Oh, it was wonderful. I mean, we stuck together like glue. I mean, we had our ups and downs, but overall, growing up with my brothers and sisters was the bomb, and we was together. It was just a bond that nobody can. If you have brothers and sisters, and y'all had that real tight bond, then you understand what I'm saying. But growing up with my brothers and sisters, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah. They super dope and still close in that regard and being there for one another. So yeah,
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, because y'all still having fun, when we get all together, y'all still boots on the ground and still
yeah.
kicking it.
Where them fans at?
Oh, we gonna party. We gonna party. We gonna party
Yeah.
all throughout this season of celebrating 40 years. But speaking of 40 years and that longevity, Mom, about working hard, in your 30 years, maybe plus, but in your 30 years as a social worker, you've seen the best and the worst of people. What did that teach you about your own strength?
To listen to people, uh, because everybody have an opinion, and don't take it for granted. Whatever that person might ask or tell or do, and just for just 30 years, just being that person that you will have an open heart and teaching by me being in the social service field, teaching the kids and stuff about uh, the future, and I always teach them, talk to them about God, and just listen to them and just be open minded and just be have that strong mother demeanor to them because they look at me like I'm their mother.
Everybody, mama, for sure. Growing up, man, for y'all watching, they were like, "Can we come home with you? Can we come home with you?" And I'll be like, "No, you can't come home with us." So everybody, absolutely right. For me, watching as a kid, seeing the kids that's within the system, foster care system, wanted to be attached to that outside of the working hours you had with them. They wanted to be at home with you if they could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and this all in respect because I try to respect them because I wanted respect back.
yeah.
So I don't disrespect them, and I don't want them to disrespect me. It's all in respect. The
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. 30 years doing anything is not, I think, an easy feat, and it's not something that you can say that you just do because you have nothing else to do. 30 years doing anything says that you have a dedication, you have a love and a passion for doing it. So 30 years as a social worker, being in that space.
34.
34, here we go, people. Get
34.
me correct.
34.
34. But keep me on point. What has been the most rewarding part, or what has kept you in it for so long?
The love I have for kids,
Yeah.
the love I have for just people in general, my coworkers, my supervisors, just the love that I have, and they know that they have that, they just have that they know I have that spirit. I'm just not there for the money.
Yeah.
I'm there for the teach, the guide, the help, the assist, do whatever I can to help you. That's the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just, yeah.
So I know that you mentioned that you again been there providing. Well, the reverse to that question: how do you pour into so many people, mom? Everybody, as I said at the top of the introduction, is saying, "Hey, you're everybody's mom. You're everybody's favorite aunt." It's like, how do you continue to pour into other people and keep your cup full at the same time?
With the help of God.
With the help of God. Yeah, very
Yep,
simple. So with
with the
that,
help
I
of
mean,
God.
yeah.
Like Miss Braxton say, look at God.
Okay, God. Yeah, yeah. It's important. I think, I mean, and that surpasses everything, and that's sufficient, right? As His grace is. So it's almost like, hey, what else do you need? And who else do you need? So I totally understand and wouldn't even disagree because I know you. We have been a part of, I guess, the church and the cloth for many years. As I often say, we're rooted in that space. So I don't disagree there at all. But a couple questions because I know it's getting late and I know we got to get ready to get things on the road. But one other question, Ma, if someone has asked you, or if someone asks you, who is Katrina House-Boone? How would you want them to answer that?
Who is Katrina House? I'm a lovable person, a caring person, God fearing person, and like to have fun in life because life is too short. So I just try to enjoy life every day, and I thank God every day for waking me up.
Yeah. And just taking it back, because on the Finesse Media Podcast, we highlight HBCUs, we support students going to HBCUs. So just to kind of go back to your experience in many years as a social worker, people are going to school still to become social workers and become mental health therapists, psychologists, etc. What advice would you give someone that has just exit college that's going to be entering into their first job as a social worker? What advice would you give that person, him or her?
I would say you have to have patience going into this field because if you don't have patience, it won't last.
Mhm.
Um, I would say have an open heart and listen. Have your ears open, your eyes open, and just have to have patience. That's the main thing. You have to have patience in this field.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
disagree. I think anything worth working towards is worth having, and so nothing comes overnight. And so patience through all of that is necessary. Because if you don't, then you'll give up. You'll lack motivation. You'll feel like it's not happening at the right time for you. So stay in it for the long haul. But
Yeah.
certainly have that patience if you're going to be in that field and the desire to do it, I guess, because again, as you said, you respect those people or those children, individuals that's in that system and not looking down upon them, but treating them with the same respect and kindness that you will want to be received back from them. So that's truly one thing to have in that industry for sure. In any industry is patience. Before this episode ends, Mom, what's that one thing you want to say to anyone watching that sums up the woman that you have been and the woman that you still are?
The woman I'm being the person, kind hearted, don't take nothing for granted, and just look toward the future or just keep living and enjoying myself. Um, that's how it wraps it up,
That's how
I
you.
think.
Yeah. Well, we're going to wrap it up with a traditional question on the Finesse Media Podcast. Everyone knows this, and I'll be remiss if I don't end the season, if I don't end this whole podcast saga without asking the legendary question to my mom. And you can't say me. Everybody knows what
Okay.
the question is. You can't say me. 'Cause that's
Okay.
easy out. People try to do that. But who's that person? When we think about people, again, that's finessing the game, as I mentioned, is someone that's excelling in their area of life, be it business, be it anything as it relates to family, but they're really finessing it and they are highly sought after. Who's that person for you that comes to mind that you say that's finessing the game, Ma? Who's that person that comes to mind?
I would say my mom.
Yeah.
I would say my mom.
Okay. Tell me
And
why.
and yeah, but you said just maybe one person, but
It could be more than that. I mean, certainly it's been in the past. People have said a number of folks. So if more
my
than one person
family and
comes to mind,
my family, my friends, my pastor, my coworkers.
more specific with names, because I know family friends
Oh, okay. Well, I
name
have one.
drop.
I
You
have
got to
one
name
here
drop some
now.
people. You got to
Okay,
drop those names. You got to say,
Renee.
there you go.
Here. Oh, I here go one right here. That's finessing the game.
We got a special guest joining the podcast on this final
Okay.
episode. She's finessing the
Say,
game. She's definitely finessing the game, my auntie Renee. And she don't even like to be on the camera. So for her to be showing her face to so many people that's gonna watch this episode,
I just walked in the door.
and she always still moving and going and coming, finessing the game. Hey,
All the time. And cleaning up too.
Yeah, so definitely people like that is in our family that's gonna be finessing the game. Outside of my mom, right there is her sister that's holding it down. So that's like the end of the conversation. It wasn't a whole lot, right, mom? We just gonna
Right.
talk and just ask them questions, but let people know more importantly who you are and why I felt that you are the person, and through all of the people that I've had on this podcast, the person that's finessing the game. So I had to make you the final episode, as they say, save the best for last. So we're done with the podcasting. We ended it, putting it in a sweet bow right on top of it with my mom, who held me down for this many years. So I'd be a fool to not have her on to share y'all with her and all of her wisdom that she imparted with me. So, Mom, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for joining me tonight on this episode of the Finesse Media Podcast. Thank you to my special guest back there, my auntie. Definitely thank
Love
you.
you too.
And for those that's watching and been continuing to support this podcast, thank you so much for the many years that you've been able to keep up with me, to subscribe, to comment, to share, to pour in the love, to buy the paraphernalia, whatever it have been for you, the way you support it. I appreciate it. Your comments, your love has certainly been felt. There's nothing left to say, but watch out what's coming next. The next podcast, I don't know who's going to do it, but the next project, I know who is, and that's me. So keep it locked. Keep watching the page, Finesse Media _ group on Instagram, because the next project, y'all, you don't want to miss it. And this HBCU of the week is brought to you by Texas Southern University. Don't miss Texas Southern University down there in Houston, Texas, holding it down. Their rivalry is Prairie View, but they're all HBCUs, and we love them. And they're also one of my swag schools, too, from the Southwest Athletic Conference. So, y'all, it's been good. It's been great. It's been fun. But I'm done. Somebody else going to pick up the mic, and they're going to carry it. Maybe one of the kids, Mom. What you think? You think somebody, one of those kids?
That'd be a good idea.
Yes,
Somebody will
keep
be
the
a
torch.
host, right?
Yeah.
Somebody will
No,
be a host. So
pass that baton down.
pass it down. Somebody got to take on it. Somebody got to take on it. So
Yes.
I'll definitely see y'all on the other side of this camera doing something fantastic. Again, thank you for supporting me. And Ma, again, thank you for joining this episode tonight on the Finesse Media Podcast.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
I sure will, Auntie. You do the same. Yeah.
Okay, and I love you.
Love you, nephew.
I love you too. I always say, take it easy. And if it's too easy, don't take it.
All right.
All right, y'all. You've been watching another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 7. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and that's me signing out for the final time. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. This episode was dedicated to the late, great Herbert House Jr. and Sylvia Juanita House. We love you, we miss you, and we're forever thinking of you. Rest in peace.